Trailer watch going, and we have the Immortals of Averum.
Avian?
Avium? Areola?
You know you're not doing it right when you can't even pronounce the last word of your name of game.
let's watch the trailer and do judge. I'm hoping there'll be lots of gameplay in this rather than cut sequences.
This is Aveum.
Avium. There you go.
Right, it's Avium.
Since we first learned to use magic, we've waged war over who would control it. Now, only Lucian remains to resist the tyrant of Rashawn.
I doubt it. This
Sandra
is EA,
will eventually be able to block our access to magic.
Hey!
Then the Everwar is over.
The lady from Firefly.
As in he takes over Lucium?
As in he takes over everything.
Yeah, waiting for something there.
There's a name for what you are.
A Magnus. I want to be an immortal. I want to fight this war as one of you. One of the elite.
I believe in you. She definitely thinks you're going to die.
One of them.
That's why her face looks like that.
Who's that?
We'll dissect in a second.
Signals up! Let's move!
Oh, gameplay!
You walk towards your doom.
Doom and I are old friends.
Your sigil will help you focus your magic. Prevent it from killing you. I found a child whose new powers could make them a threat to the kingdom I protect. The choice was to either kill you or turn you into a weapon against Rasharn.
Back up. Option A was to kill me?
Alright, so first things first.
There was a bit in there during the gameplay where, you know, she pops up behind something and goes and says Doom and I are old friends. And then the gameplay actually is quite reminiscent of the latest Doom. Was it Doom Eternal? Really quick, fast moving combat. And this does look like fast moving combat. Like you're busy all the time, it looks like.
It's like a first person shooter without guns.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the best way of describing it.
And that is what Ghostwire Tokyo is. Using your fists and going like thingy with your hands to do magical shit. That is what. Yeah,
sorry.
That's how I play. It's. I don't know.
All right, so it's all right. Ascendant Studios sticks in my head, but I can't remember why. Which is really annoying. I don't know if it was a new acquisition by EA. But if you go through EA original, well, that's what they do. There's lots of cut sequences here. Got your protagonist. Where's the woman? Well, I'm not interested. Got your back. What I'd prefer, I'm looking at this and wouldn't it be better to play as a bad guy? you play as a bad guy, and then just cuts to cut sequences of the good people trying to stop you, and then you find out what they're doing, and then you can then counter what they're doing, and then you keep marching towards whatever they're doing. Like, what was that one? Like the dungeon keeper. Remember? We had to build the dungeon.
Yeah.
Something like
I remember that.
Right. So we got the actress from Firefly, which I can't remember. So what was her name? Gina Torres, who played Joey Washburn. You got her in it. I like that actress. She's quite good. And then you got male model. Oh, look at me.
Generic man.
Zoolander. Special. What was it? Blue Steel Stare. So
Get the smolder on.
And then it does what I'm sick of now is the crappy Marvel humor nonsense. Yeah, it's not. If you're gonna write a character, do something a bit clever with them. Don't keep repeating this. I blame Joss Whedon. I'll be frank with you, because he's responsible for this shite. But
I didn't even notice the.
And then you've got your overly butch woman. It looks like they've literally removed the head of a man, stuck it on a woman's body, and then slapped a pair of tits on him.
I have seen that silhouette, and I think it's from World of Warcraft. You know the ogres in World of Warcraft? Orc,
yes.
Yeah.
Orcs in
that
World of Warcraft.
Silhouette looks like the orc from World of Warcraft. And they've literally taken that, gone into our game, and just put some hair on it.
Right. Dear games makers and creatives, strong women don't need to be physically strong. They can be clever, they can be wily, they can be manipulative, they can have lots of skills like an archer or something, or good with magic. They don't have to be physically bigger than a man, because the moment you do that, it takes me out. Yeah, I don't know very many women who are bigger than me. When I think about it, I know one. And she's only taller than me, not bigger than me. It's...
Speak for yourself, Gareth. I'm pretty small.
Oh, knock off! Everyone knows your secret hobbit. And then you've got this. Do you know what this reminds me of? Remember the intro to Killzone 3, when they're all flying down from space to land on the doing like that thing. That reminds me of this. I'm just. And there you go. Look at the size. That is literally just swap your head out.
They've literally used the superhero land, haven't they? You know, like not Bruce Banner, his alter ego, the Hulk, when he lands, or Thor lands, or so. They've literally looked at Marvel and gone, "Oh, they land like that with an arm up, and a fist to the floor." That's how superheroes land. That's what we'll do here.
I'm keeping that one.
Marvo.
Next week about the thing here, we're talking about Marvel. It's Marvo now, because it's not even Marvel.
No, call it Marvo.
So it's heretic kind of.
Okay.
Thing.
Sorry, Ascendant Studios previously worked on titles such as staff. There have previously worked on titles such as BioShock 2, Borderlands 2, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty World War 2, Dead Space, Mafia 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, Tales from Borderland, The Wolf Among Us. It looks like they've got people
picking up work rather than working with something creative entirely on their own. Which, okay, fair enough. It's one of those things, you got to build yourself up in the industry. That the strong woman in that has kind of put me off. I'll be honest with you. If you'd have had Zoe from Firefly in it, I probably would have. Because she sounds like a leader. She's a bit stoic, but she's not built like a fucking brick shit house.
The lady who was talking to him.
Yeah, it's.
She seems like a strong woman, to be fair.
Yeah, the lead. She seems like a leader, sort of thing, which is fine, and she comes across as one, and I'll accept that as a. as a character sort of thing. But slap a pair of tits on a dude. That's what all we got at the moment for this thing, and that puts me off. I'm not. You know me. I'm a science fiction person over a fantasy person. You're a fantasy person. You like your Dark Ages of Camelot and your World of Warcrafty sort of things. Where I'm more kind of mid Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, spacey kind of thing. Expanse. But what do you think? Because this is probably aimed towards more at you than me.
Well, it was until it got all shooty, and I don't like shooty games. I'm not a big. Although I'll play them, I don't mind them, but they have to be good to keep me engaged, really. And that's why I'm having issues with Ghostwire, because it can't engage me. But if the controls are good and it actually follows the way you want to move, considering it looks to be a fast-paced shooter, fast-paced FPS game, the controls need to be tight and need to be accurate. And if it is, and it's all fluid and everything is expected, it could be a really good and fun game.
You've got a point, because there was one called Hellblade, which you had to shoot in time with the music. The problem was the first track that they played, I actually liked, and if I headbanged along to it, I could make it work. The second track I didn't like, I couldn't headbang along to it, I couldn't make it work. It's the problem is if you base it on music, you need to make sure that people are going to like the music on the other side. But it'll be interesting. We'll keep an eye on that one.
Definitely.
Maybe we misjudged it. We don't know. There'll be more coming through. I hope to see. I'm glad we got some gameplay at the end, because I whenever you show a new game, show me some bloody gameplay. I get the idea of putting in the cut sequence. This is the universe. This is how things are. Now here's the gameplay. Makes sense to me. But I always get a little annoyed, because sometimes I always feel that you're not going to get any gameplay from these sort of things. So let's move on to our next one.